Hi, a very good afternoon. So let's talk about the GATE 2022 strategy. And now this examination is a little difficult to predict that what is going to be the level. And the reason behind that is last year itself, there was a modification wherein the eligibility criteria was significantly changed, because of which we also saw that the level of the paper was brought down from GATE 2020. So GATE 2020 comparatively was quite tough, or not very tough, but comparatively it was tougher than GATE 2021 examination. And the reason for that is the eligibility criteria was brought down, like I said, that even MSc first year students and even BSc third year students could also give the examination, right? So the trick over here, or the tricky part over here, is that we only have one examination or one data point to go by. And you cannot make predictions when you only have one data point to go by. So we only have the GATE 2021 examination to go by. Now, if you look at the GATE 22 examination, now there might be some questions which might be circling in your mind, that would it be again of the level of GATE 2020 or GATE 2019, or will the level remain the same? Whatever questions or whatever was the level of questions in GATE 2021, will that same pattern be followed in GATE 2022 as well? So that is something that I would like to give a disclaimer that even I don't know of, because we don't have data points, like I said. But I will try and help you out, especially the students who are starting the preparation right now, who have started the preparation in December. How you can go about preparing the examination. Of course, I'll also talk about some very important topics that I have analyzed. If you are looking for a detailed idea of what all topics will be asked, or what all topics are generally asked in the GATE examination, I have made a video before as well. I'll give you the link over here. You can click that link and go to that particular video. Okay, in this video I'm just going to talk about how you need to prepare and some topics which I feel are important. Okay, now the way that I have done the analysis is very simple. I have taken the GATE Kharagpur examination. Like, so sorry, this year the GATE is being conducted by Kharagpur, IIT Kharagpur. So the last examination that was conducted was 2014, and I have also considered the IIT JAM examination that was made by IIT Kharagpur or conducted by IIT Kharagpur in 2019. And I've tried and find some kind of I've tried to find some kind of similarities in the examinations in the terms of the questions that have been asked. Okay, and what I found was that there were questions based on units. Like, there were a couple of questions, for example, what is the unit of the rate constant, or what is the unit of the thermodynamic equilibrium constant. Okay, so whenever you're solving questions from kinetics or thermodynamics, or whenever you're preparing the numericals, just make sure you are aware of the units. Okay, the unit of the rate constant, that is a very common topic in kinetics, but just make sure that you are aware of the units of whatever you're solving. Okay, then secondly, you'll be surprised, but in GATE 2014, there was a question on number of IR active vibrations of CO2, and the same question was also asked in the IIT JAM 2019 examination. The third thing is, which is very very important, is that I've seen that whatever examinations have been conducted by IIT Kharagpur, be it JAM exam or the GATE examination, a lot of stress has been given to bioorganic chemistry. Okay, not bioinorganic. Bioinorganic is of course there, but a lot of stress has been given to bioorganic chemistry, and the questions have been either surrounded around glucose. Okay, that some reactions of glucose, or questions that are based on epimers, or how to do structural elucidation of glucose, or if you do a certain reaction with glucose, what is going to happen. Okay, those kind of questions. Then the second kind of questions were related to DNA, RNA and their bases. Okay, so you should have a general idea about what are the bases, what are DNA bases, what are their structure, what are RNA bases, what is their structure, and apart from that, how many hydrogen bonds are being formed by the bases. Like, for example, guanine and cytosine, when how many hydrogen bonds do they form? Okay, when they are, like, when they are reacting, or when they are forming a non-covalent bond. Okay, then how many hydrogen bonding interactions are there? So these are some of the things that you should definitely go through before going for the examination. But because I've seen that whenever IIT Kharagpur conducts the examination, a lot of stress has been given to bioorganic chemistry. Then we have, you might expect some questions on isomerism and coordination chemistry. Like, for example, linkage isomerism, or how many isomers will this particular complex have. So those kind of questions, optical isomerism. Now, I forgot to address this point before I started talking about the topics. Is that how you should prepare? Okay, so if you are, if you are aiming for top 100 and you want to get into public sector undertakings, then of course you need to prepare everything. There is, you need to prepare the prepare questions from the JAM level also, and you need to prepare questions right up to the MSc level also, because generally it's a combination of both these things. But what I think would happen is, again, I'm trying to give a disclaimer over here. We do not have data points, but yes, someone who is starting off their preparation right now, or has just started off their preparation in December, and is looking into the topics that one needs to prepare, then I would say prepare more according to the GATE 2021 level, not the GATE 2020, 2019, 2018 level. That means once the eligibility criteria was changed, so the examination that was conducted was GATE 2021. So try and prepare according to the level of GATE 2021. That is, it was more or less of the level higher of the level of IIT JAM, a little higher than IIT JAM, but more or less of the level of IIT JAM. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because I feel, they want to keep the students who are in BSc third year or MSc first year also interested in the examination. So if they make questions which are more towards the MSc second year, or towards end of MSc first year, then the BSc third year students would not be interested in giving the examination, right? And even if you see the GATE 2021 examination, you would see hardly there were any questions from quantum, and even the questions that were there for spectroscopy were very straightforward. So I don't know what is the syllabus in rest of the bachelor's undergraduate courses, but in Delhi University, when I was studying in BSc third year, we were introduced to spectroscopy, and just basic spectroscopy, that what is a what is a rotational constant, and just basic things, simple things. And even quantum also, we just had a very basic introduction about quantum. But again, I would like to emphasize that this is just a prediction that I'm making. Again, we do not have any data points to go by. But yes, if someone is just starting up the preparation, my suggestion would be, or if I was in your place and I was just starting off my preparation, I would focus more in respect to the GATE 2021 examination level. Now, what I mean by that, okay, I'll just talk about, like for example, when I said coordination chemistry just a while back, I talked about simple questions, like for example, isomerism based questions, or questions based on the magnetic moment, that you just have to calculate the number of unpaired electrons in a particular complex and just find out the magnetic moment, or you need to calculate the crystal field stabilization energy. Okay, or there might be question from Jahn Teller distortion. What I mean is not high level concepts. For example, if you talk about organometallics, so organometallics, you can do oxidative addition, reductive elimination, beta hydride elimination. But when you talk about some advanced concepts in organometallics, for example, like metathesis, just an example, or agnostic or anagnostic interactions. So those are some concepts which are a little advanced, which maybe a BSc third year student might not know of, right? So those kind of topics you can prepare later on. You can pay more attention to calculating the pH of a particular questions, numericals based on pH, or numericals based on vapor pressure, numericals based on osmotic pressure. So those kind of things you can focus on. You can just have a look at the IIT JAM examination. Anyway, so like I said, bioorganic chemistry. Then please focus on kinetic theory of gases, particularly the numerical aspect. That how does the root mean square speed, or how does the average velocity depend upon the molecular weight. So those kind of questions I've seen are asked a lot in the examinations that are conducted by IIT Kharagpur. Solid state, again, you can see what I mean is, don't go for advanced topics in solid state. For example, if you're just starting out your preparation, maybe you can just focus on how the how the like there are numericals based on density, like there's a formula, density is equal to Zm upon A cube Na. So you can do that kind of questions, and you can try and find out the the relationship between radius and the edge length for various lattices like FCC, BCC, and so on and so forth, right? Then in thermodynamics, more or less, what I have seen is questions. You can practice questions based on work done in constant pressure, constant volume, okay, or questions based on Carnot engine, okay, or efficiency based questions. That is something you can prepare. Then term symbols, again, just don't miss out. It's an important topic. Spinels, okay, inverse spinel, normal spinel. even in bio and organic chemistry also. See, there's not much difference in what you have to prepare, but the level that you have to prepare. So for example, if you are preparing for a gate examination in 2019 or 2018, from my end I would have suggested that you prepare all kinds of bio and organic complex, so not just heme proteins, like for example hemoglobin and myoglobin, but hemocyanin also. What is the internal working of a hemocyanin, carbonic anhydrase, ferridoxins. Okay, so I would have told you to prepare all of them, but since I've seen the gate 2021 examination, I feel the questions would more likely be around either hemoglobin, myoglobin, or even if the questions are there from bio and organic other complexes, it would just be pertaining to what metal is found and what is the oxidation state of the metal. That is all. So you don't need to go deeper into the mechanism. Like you don't need to go into the mechanism of hemerythrin or hemocyanin. That is again something that I feel that one should follow. Then, apart from that, one thing that you really need to focus on is atomic structure. Okay, so quantum has not been asked, but you will see that in the JAM examination, even last time when the examination was conducted, the GATE examination, a lot of questions came from atomic structure. Like the photoelectric effect or Bohr's theory, those kind of questions. So atomic structure, the part that we used to study just before quantum. So you will see the questions on quantum are very straightforward in the last examination, GATE 2021, and I feel that trend will be followed. They would not ask questions which are very complex from quantum. They might ask you questions from commutator relationship, or they might ask you questions from 1D, 2D box or 3D box, but it is my belief that they might not ask you questions which are advanced level questions. Okay, like maybe they might not ask you questions on hydrogen atom radii, or some questions or which have very complex integration or differentiation or very complex topics. So again, see, this is what I'm saying, that if you are preparing for the examination to get a top 100 rank, then you cannot afford to miss out quantum, because there in the exam questions might be there from advanced topics of quantum. But if you are short of time and you need to prepare a lot of topics, then you can do quantum, you can just have a basic idea of quantum. You can skip the advanced topics, and then later on, if you feel that after preparing everything, if you still have the time, then you can go for the advanced topics, right? So I hope you get the idea of where I am going forward with it, right? So I'm not saying don't do it, I'm just saying that do it, like prioritize first, do the topics that you can do in the time that you have, and then if there is some time which is left, then you can go for the advanced topics as well. Anyway, so one important thing that I feel is very important is qualitative inorganic catalysis. I think this is going to be there. Qualitative inorganic catalysis. Okay, what I mean by that is, for example, if you remember, we used to do experiments when we used to detect metals in group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6. So those kind of reactions, color changing reactions. Okay, if we add some salt, or if we add some reagent, what is going to happen? Some color change takes place, or brown ring test or something like that. So those inorganic catalysis, um, would not say, sorry, inorganic analysis, not catalysis, inorganic analysis is something that you need to do. I got confused with organometallic catalysis, which is the next topic. So for example, Monsanto acetic acid process. Basically, there's a whole chapter in VD Gupta, which is a very good book for organometallic chemistry. So there's a chapter on organometallic catalysis. So all those kind of Cativa process, Monsanto acetic acid process, whatever organometallic catalytic industrial routes are available. Okay, those kind of mechanisms you need to do. Okay, or what is the active catalyst that is found in these particular industrial reactions. And yeah, in inorganic chemistry also you would find, especially the examinations conducted by IIT Kharagpur, that in acids, for example, inorganic acids, for example, sulfur based acids or phosphorus based acids, what is the number of sulfur sulfur bonds, or what are the number of phosphorus phosphorus bonds. Okay, so basically you need to know the structure of these inorganic acids. And apart from that, I think in kinetics you can prepare simple things like Arrhenius equation, zero order, first order, second order, decay, okay, radioactive decay, kinetics of radioactive decay, Michaelis-Menten kinetics, simple things. Okay, no need to go for advanced topics in kinetics. if again you are preparing, if you have just started off your preparation, right? Thermodynamics, I've already told you what you need to prepare. Group theory also, you can prepare the basics, okay? Just like what is the, you know, point group for a particular molecule that is given to you. Simple molecules, you can do that. And what else? In multiple select questions, I think there will be one question from spectroscopy for sure, and generally lanthanides and actinides is one favorite for for multiple select questions. Uh, Apart from that, you can do Beer-Lambert's law, numericals based on Beer-Lambert's law. Again, like I said, topics, whatever video I have told you, I'll give you the link to the video, and I'll give the link down in the description box also. So just watch that video for the topics that you need to prepare. Then one thing that I've seen is questions you can see from vapor pressure, osmotic pressure, pH, numericals basically, solubility product, okay, KSP, calculate the KSP for a particular reaction. Metal carbonize is something that has not been asked, right? So you can do that. From organic chemistry, you can focus on simple name reactions, okay, or simple reagents also, reduction oxidation reagents like Jones reagent. For reduction, you know, palladium based reagents, palladium and carbon H2. Then you can talk about you know, Luce reagent, Luce reduction, sodium borohydride and cerium trichloride. So very straightforward reduction and oxidizing agents, right? Swan oxidation, for example, and name reactions also like Shapiro reaction, Barton reaction, Sharpless reaction, Wittig reaction. So very common reactions that we have seen. Like last year, Simmons-Smith reaction also came, you know. Then Shapiro was asked. So basically common name reactions that you come across. Again, no need to go for very complex name reactions. Again, provided you are, again I'm emphasizing it again and again, but it's important, provided you have just started off your preparation. If you are targeting top 100, you have to prepare everything, there's no other choice, right? And yeah, so that is all that I wanted to talk about, okay? So for example, just to give an idea, like for example, you know, there are questions on G parallel, G perpendicular in EPR spectroscopy, that were there in K 2020 examination. So those kind of questions I do not so those kind of questions I do not expect in the Gate 22 examination is what I'm saying. So advanced topics is something that I'm not expecting. Again, the topics will be there, okay, so you don't have to completely skip the topics, but what I want to say is that advanced topics in all these, you know, advanced topics means that something that you study in MSc second year. So basically whatever topics you are studying in BSc, your, you know, kinetics you study in your BSc also, but you study some more advanced topics in your MSc. So those kind of topics I feel would be less in number. The questions based on those topics will be less in number. And of course in stereochemistry also, apart from the general stereochemistry, RNS nomenclature of various complexes and everything, do focus on enantiomeric excess. That is something I feel is important, right? Anyway, I hope you got a basic idea of how you need to prepare. If you agree with me, let me know in the comment section. If you don't agree with me, definitely let me know in the comment section, right? So thank you for watching, and if you have any more suggestions related to these videos, do let me know down in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.
Hey guys, so I'm a verified educator on Unacademy, and along with that I'm also available on the Unacademy Plus platform, where I'm taking live classes along with other educators. So in case you're interested in attending the live classes, you can subscribe to the Unacademy Plus platform using my referral code, that is SETHI, and that will give you 10% discount. Alright, and in case you're not interested in attending the live classes, you can watch the free courses that are available on the Unacademy. For that, all you need to do is go to the Unacademy website or download the Unacademy Learning app and search my name over there, that is ACT. Once you do that, you will get the access to all the free courses that are available on the Unacademy platform. Alright.